we're going to show you cable rows. So Kimberly is pulling in perfectly down more towards the navel, a pause and a squeeze back at the back, and then out real slow. She's got perfect form on this one. This is one of the machines where we see beginners kind of use too much momentum and things like that. You don't want any momentum. Momentum's not a good thing at the gym. So again, nice squeeze out. I like using this neutral grip. It should be, for most people, what you can do the most weight for. And these rows, what they're for is the thickness of your back and your middle back. So you do want to, get a pretty good weight. And this neutral grip, or the V, or whatever you want to call it, is the best way to do that. We're also going to show you a couple different variations. Okay, Kimberly is going to show you two different variations here. She's going to show you a wide overhand. Again, it's the same thing though, where you let it out real slow, a little squeeze at the back. Now, I do this one less often than I do the underhand one, because I can pull more weight, and again, this is about the thickness in the middle of your back, so I want to pull a lot of weight. And this is a little more intense on my shoulders, and I really want this to be about my back. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this way to do it. I just prefer to hit the bicep a little more, so I always do an underhand. So she's just going to show you, again, it's almost the same thing, but she's just going to show you the underhand, more narrow in variety as well. So again, this is going to hit the bicep a little more. And for me, I can do a little more weight, which is my goal. And you're going to come in a little more towards the middle of the back. I do a lot of upper lat work, so I want this to be all about my middle of my back and the thickness of my back. So same thing, in nice squeeze, out real slow. So perfect form as always. All right, now we're showing you a machine that most gyms have a version of, and what I like about this one is you can see that pad. So you're going to lean into it. And I like these actually better than dumbbell rows. Well, I should say safer, or as a good alternative to dumbbell rows, because you got that pad there locking you in. And you can still do one arm. You can still concentrate on getting that squeeze back, so you can do one arm at a time like that. You see how Kimberly's getting her elbow behind her back, so perfect form. One arm at a time. You can do both arms, but again, I really like that pad up front, especially when you're starting out, to help you get locked into the correct form before you jump into dumbbells with your rows. So this is always a great alternative to dumbbells, and especially for beginners. All right. Next we're on to the lat pull down, which I like using cables on that. So Kimberly's starting with it directly overhead. She's going to lean back slightly and bring it all the way down. Then she's going to raise it back up super slow, back to basically right above her head. So you do lean a little bit as you're coming down, but then you take it all the way back up, so you do get that full stretch. So that's one of the keys to this one, but this one's very good for the upper lats and your V taper. So, all right, Kimberly is going to show you my favorite lat pull down machine. So again, this one's really good for that V taper upper lats. So again, she's getting a nice full range of motion with a perfect squeeze down, and then real slow on the way up. So again, I do this one all the time myself. I use a lot of machines more than anything for my back. So she's, and we'll show you from the front view here too as well. But I prefer to do it this way, as does Kimberly, versus sitting in, facing the front, because you can really feel that lat squeeze. So again, nice, and you get a full stretch. So I do my row type movements first, and then I do the V taper or the lat pull down type movements